お前らは一体何なんだ。
我々はペイン。神だ。
What's going on, guys? LoganJYA here, and I am proud to bring you the update to my Necrogoon Gravekeeper deck profile. The GK God is back at it again with my most classic list, and I'm very excited to bring it to you guys today. But before we get into it, I want to remind you guys, don't forget to drop a like, comment down below what you think of the deck, be sure to give it a try for yourself, and if you like what you see, subscribe. We got a whole lot more content where that came from. Also want to give a quick shout out to the GG for Free, our free weekly tournament series, and to Team Grim YuGiOh and our boy Grim. Welcome to the graveyard. Alright, without further ado, let's get into it. So starting things off with the triple copies of the Gravekeeper's Commandant. This is your searcher for Necro Valley, obviously. One copy of the Gravekeeper's Headman for Recursion. It summons back your Commandant and lets you make Veritate, which lets you make Dragoon. Also shout out to CJ Daniels for this hot misprint. Moving on from there, one copy of the Red Eyes Wyvern to go with the Insight. One Black Dragon, and one Dark Magician. Also, guys, quick question for the comments. You tell me what your favorite artworks are for Red Eyes and Dark Magician. I personally like those two a lot. Moving on from here, we're going to slide into the spells. Very small monster lineup, but the spell package is bigger. Triple Pot of Prosperity. You got to dig into the deck, and this lets you selectively choose what you want. 6 cards deep. Search for that Red Eyes Fusion. Search for that Royal Tribute. It's so good. If you watch us play this deck on stream, there's so many hands we'll open with Red Eyes Fusion and a way to get to Necro Valley, and then we'll have the Pot of Prosperity, which digs us into a Royal Tribute, and that's full combo. As ironic as this is to say for a control deck, that's full combo, baby. Triple of the Red Eyes Fusion to summon Dragoon. Triple of the Red Eyes Insight to search Red Eyes Fusion. Guys, this card needs no explanation. It's the namesake of the deck. Triple Necro Valley. Absolutely bonkers card. It just shuts off the graveyard. And this is, once again, a good time to be playing this deck. With the advent of Drytrons right around the corner once again, as well as a whole bunch of rogue strategies that utilize the graveyard, Necro Valley is coming in clutch again. Play this against a Prank Kids player. They can't use any of their Link Monsters effects to add back. Play this against with Prank Kids with Royal Tribute, and you take all their normal summons out of their hand. They have to have the place. It's just amazing. It's really good against the Dragon Link. As always, they can't banish, they can't summon back. It's very good. He forces them to try and out it. Anyway, I'm going to move on. I'm going to stop raving about how much I love Necro Valley. Triple copies of Necro Valley thrown to search out the rest of your cards for the Gravekeeper engine, and then triple copies of the Royal Tribute, the sackiest of sacks. Say goodbye to all your monster cards. It's insane. I love that card so much. So cracked when you get to resolve it. Following up there, got one copy of Terraforming to search out your Necro Valley, or your one copy of the Mystic Mine. Oh man, this card makes people rage, and it makes me rage too, but we gotta play it, guys. It's so important. It's another card to reach for off of your Prosperity. It basically, I was playing against Mech Knights yesterday for locals, and I had a copy of Necro Valley in my hand, and I was this close to scooping, and I ripped the Mystic Mine off the top, and that bought me so many turns to get back into the game and eventually win. It was awesome. And then for our going second cards, still a big consolidated package of double Droplets and one Dark Ruler no more. You guys know my deal, right? You can pretend that that's the third copy of Droplets, and if you don't have Droplets, do triple Dark Ruler no more. Easy, easy, easy. Now we get into the trap lineup. Alright guys, we got some gas for you. We've actually reverted back to how we used to do things. Triple copies of the Solemn Strike, triple copies of the Torrential Tribute, and then triple copies of the Crackdown. If you'll remember when you first saw this list, either on my channel or on MCole40's channel after I won the Extravaganza Winamat with it, this was our trap lineup. It is so strong, and Crackdown is back in it again to yoink those Prank Kids normal summons, and it's just so good for yoinking a whole bunch of things. Actually, it goes even further beyond that, but Crackdown is a must right now in my opinion. And then our final trap card is the one copy of Metaverse, which gets you either Mystic Mind or Necro Valley depending on the matchup and the situation. So crazy when you finally actually get to see it. Alright, that's it for the main deck. The side deck and the extra deck have changed substantially since our previous builds, so let's go into the extra deck first. I'm only playing one Dragoon now. You really don't need any more since we're doing Prosperity instead of Extravagance, so one is sufficient. Follow that up. Oh, you're going to like this when we get to the side deck. We got one Muddy Mud Dragon, one Starving Venom, and one El Shaddai Winda. Take a wild guess as to what that's for. Next, move on to Link Monsters. I'm playing a Link Spider and a Link Haribo. There's actually situations where these can come up. Lost World tokens and Mekk-Knight Orcus Gearsu tokens. You can use the token that they give you if they don't remove it themselves to go into your Verte. So that's what these cards are for, to get you there. Follow that up, speak of the Devil and he shall appear, the 1 copy of Verte Anaconda, 1 copy of the Nightmare Phoenix, 1 copy of Nightmare Cerberus, just board breaking, Link 2s. You're not going to go higher than a Link 2 ever in this deck. It's too difficult to do, so that's what we mostly base our lineup on. The 1 Auza, which seldom will you ever make, especially considering its effect directly conflicts with Necro Valley. It's still good to have in case Necro Valley isn't on the field. You can yoink a zoo monster out of the grave. And then the 1 Geonator Transverser, which again, probably will never come up, but screw it. Might as well have it in there. If not, it's Prosperity Banish. And then finally, we play Exceeds monsters because we're playing Crackdown. And any 2 level 4s can get us into this engine. The 1 Borbao, the 1 Chakanine you can make with any 2 level 4s, the 1 Dryden, and then the 1 Zeus. I was playing against an Orcus player at a remote duel tournament, a small one, but one that I actually won with this deck. I cracked down his Gearsu, and then I normal summoned my own Commandant, and I overlaid for Chakanine and made Dryden. Like, it was really good, and then the next turn I made Borbao and made Zeus. It was so good. This is just so much fun. I really enjoy the utility that you get out of an extra deck in such an interesting control build. Now, I'm going to wrap things up with the side deck real quick. Triple copies of Inspector Border. This hasn't changed. This card is cracked. It's still so good, and there's so many matchups you can play it in. Follow that up with the thing we kind of leaked earlier, so it's not much of a surprise. Triple copies of Super Poly, alright? It's good. It applies additional pressure. It breaks boards, and we have all of the space in the universe in the extra deck for it. Might as well play it. Follow that up with triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone. Eldritch is one of your most difficult matchups. Your Necro Valley does a lot of work, but Conk Pop says bye. Eldritch Sen says bye. We got to be ready for that matchup. So we got the triple Cosmics in the main, in the side, excuse me, and 1 Harpy's Feather Duster to blow out back row. The other 2 copies, Dark Ruler No More, reside in the side. And then finally, clean it up. Triple copies of Solemn Judgment for when you know you're going first. You bring this joint in, and you just say no to the blowout cards. Alright guys, that's everything for this deck list. I really hope you enjoyed the newest iteration of my Necrogoons. Don't forget, shout out to GRG, Grove Reacting Gaming, some of the best cloth playmats, YuGiOh and Team YuGiOh. Gotta love it, guys. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this list. Be sure to give it a try. Let me know what you think. LoganJYA signing off. Have a great day.